Dementia Researcher with a blog and a rating.
Earlier this year, I formed a university spin-out company with another academic at the University of Birmingham. It was an equally exciting and daunting prospect, but things are settling down and we're now getting into the groove of running a business. I get asked a lot of questions about our journey, but the one I get asked the most is how did it happen? And since it's Innovation Week, it feels like the perfect time to tell you our story and cover how you could form your own university spin-out if that's what you want to do. So firstly, it all starts with an idea. Pretty much every business starts with a single moment of inspiration. For us, that moment came 14 years ago, when my co-founder Gaush found a new way to process a material that had been in clinics for many years. When he showed it to his PI at the time, their response was to push forward with this because it will definitely go somewhere. And he wasn't wrong. But how do you know that your idea has got a potential business opportunity? It might not seem like it does right away. In fact, it took us 14 years to get a business out of this technology. But I'm fairly certain that Gaush, which is the guy who invented it, had that idea early on. When you create something that excites you, take a look at what's out there on the market already. Is there anything similar to what you've created? Can you honestly tell yourself that this idea meets a need that currently remains unmet? Even if you're only 5% sure that it could have potential, then it's time to proceed to step number 2, which is to tell the right people. Now, it's often wise to keep ideas close to your chest. Plenty of people out there make money from stolen ideas, but you'll never get it anywhere if you keep it 100% to yourself. It's about telling the right people, but who are they? Well, the university has a whole department purpose-built to house only staff that are focused on getting ideas like yours to the market. It's often called a technology transfer office, and their job is to help turn the ideas of academics into viable businesses. If you give them all the details about your idea, they'll connect you with the best technology transfer officer or TTO, and this will be the person who knows the most about the field that you're working in. That person will then help you scour the market to find a gap that your idea fits perfectly. And then it's time to go to step 3, which is to speak to an IP attorney. So if you truly have got an idea worth selling, it's time to protect it. Your technology transfer officer will likely have a recommendation. It'll probably be somebody that they've worked with on projects before. It's important to get to this step as early as possible, as the attorney will be able to run searches to determine if what you have does truly bring something unique. The university will often also pay for this, and that's something you can't undervalue. Patent attorneys are expensive, so definitely capitalise on the fact you can get this for free from your end. Now, there's one other thing that's worth considering, and that's whether you should actually patent your idea in the first place. This is again something to speak with the attorney about. Not every idea should be patented. Our company doesn't have a patent, and that is in no way off-putting to an investor. There's no patent for Coca-Cola. Why? Because every patent is published. If Coca-Cola was patented, their secret recipe would be online for all to see. Because our novelty comes in the way we make our material, a patent would reveal our secret to the world. Someone could simply tweak it slightly and essentially remove our space in the market. So make sure you get this strategy right and seek the best advice before moving to step 4, which is to apply for a commercialisation program. So why do most businesses fail? Because they don't have a market for the product. They might think they do, but reality had other ideas. We're confident of our idea because we went through an Innovate UK program called iCure, Innovation to Commercialisation of University Research. This funded me to travel the world and speak to 130 different people about our technology, non-confidentially of course. That meant within 3 months we had the opinion of 130 people, and we knew that the market wanted what we were making. It's called market discovery, and over 90% of the companies that go on this program are still operating 3 years later, and that's a really impressive claim. Once you've got the support of your TTO, and your IP attorney is helping you protect your idea the best way, start looking at programs like that. Do not even think about spinning out your idea without testing it in the market first. Next, you've got to negotiate with the university. So once your idea is market tested and it's ready to move into a spin out, it's time to negotiate with the university. They will still own your idea and will want to take a percentage stake in your company to transfer it to you. Now that might sound unreasonable, but remember that every step of your journey was funded and supported by the university in some way or another. Every university will start at a different number in negotiations, but you want to get them to 20% equity or less. Anything above 30% will scare off any potential investor and ultimately kill your business. Now, if you aren't sure how to negotiate it, speak to investors and get them to tell you what percent they want the university to take, and then lead with that. They don't want your business to fail, so show them what the terms need to be to ensure it succeeds. And the next step is to get your funding sorted. So alongside this, you need to work out how to fund your business. It will be at least 3 years before you're selling and making profits. Until then, you rely on grants and investments to fund you. Innovate UK is an absolute gem for UK startups. A lot of other countries really envy that we have something like this in the UK, so take advantage. Look at the funding calls and see if one suits your tech and apply. At the same time, speak to the angel investor network in your region and get the ball rolling on bringing in private equity. You have to sell your business. It's hard work, and I'll probably do another blog in the future about how to pitch your business when I'm more comfortable with doing it myself. Until then, let's assume you've got your funding and move to the final step, which is away you go. Now this is where the fun starts. You're officially a spin-out company. Your job now is to develop your product through to commercialisation and ensure you never run out of money. It can be a bit stressful, but it's also a ton of fun and incredibly satisfying each time you hit a milestone. Every company is different, so the challenges you face are likely to be specific to your company. However, as long as you surround yourself with good people and mentors, you give yourself the best chance of success. All that's left is for me to say good luck and dog speed. And yes, I did say dog.
Thank you for listening. Join the Dementia Research bloggers and share your own views.